Hey you guys, it's Diana. Welcome back to another video. Today I plan on walking around and showing you guys all the new updates, everything that's happening within my collection. There are some amazing updates, but then there are also a couple ones that are not doing so hot. Also, if you see something different, I did cut my bangs. I hope you guys like it. If not, it's fine. My daughter already told me yesterday that mommy, you look so ugly. So it's okay if you don't like it. I like it. So, yes, buckle up because I'm gonna be showing you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, I am starting this video the same way I started my houseplant tour collection, and it's only because I want to show you guys the way I ended up rearranging my living room. We also got rid of a couple furnitures and added new ones. As you can see, like those cubbies. I also have two more over on this side, but those cubbies, we ended up taking the nightstands that were here before and ended up buying those cubbies from IKEA. We also got the floating boards, the floating shelves, I don't know, whatever you guys want to call it, but we put one here and over there. We also changed the candle holder that was here and put those mirrors in there, although I'm not really happy with the mirrors, but they're a pain in the ass to remove. The adhesive on the tapes are a pain. They're a pain. So yeah, I was actually thinking of putting more mirrors here, but I'm planning on taking that shelf out of here, and I want to buy a Vizio shelf. And so if I end up buying that, then yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take those mirrors out. So I'm just gonna wait until we get the Vista shelf so that I can do the other wall that I want to do, but I'm not gonna do it the same way as we did that because I don't like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, my poinsettia has been doing great, amazing. They're growing. Um, Over here, I don't have any updates except this picture has opened up. It's still, is it attached there? Yes, it's still attached a little bit on the bottom. But she's also doing amazing. So I'm not gonna open this propagation box, but you can see that my fried egg is growing. She put out two white leaves, which I'm not really happy about, but it's doing something. I'm happy about that. Okay, my allocation maharani hasn't been doing absolutely nothing. So I apologize for all the noise if you guys are able to hear it, but the fire trucks are here next to us, so I'm not sure what that's about. But yeah, my jade plant has been doing really good. She has a couple new growth. Well, there's new growth everywhere. Oh my god, I gotta be careful with those because those they they fall off very easily. My big Thai constellation hasn't been doing nothing. Now, my Hoya Hochkaliana has been putting new growth. Those two green leaves are new, and she also has a couple baby leaves right there. Yeah, I can't wait for this plant to start trailing down. And then my Hoya Fichi, I'm actually waiting for that little leaf to finish growing so that I can attach that tendril to the trellis because right now I don't want to damage that leaf. But yes, she's also putting in some new growth. I don't know if you guys remember when I did my plant tour collection, these leaves were really tiny and they're growing now. Now, this is a very exciting update, my baby Thai constellation. I don't remember if for my tour collection she had three leaves, but I do know that she was putting out a new leaf. She had one on the way. And this is the newest leaf. Look at that. She is so variegated and so cute. I'm very excited for this plant because as you guys know, and if you didn't know, well, she rotted on me twice already. When I first got this plant, she had four leaves. And yeah, she ended up rotting on me twice. And just now, she just gave me this leaf. How exciting! So for my Hoya linearis, I ended up moving her over here because I'm not sure what's going on with this plant. Let me see if I can show you guys. Look at that. So I'm not sure if she was getting scorched by the sun, or this is, I don't know, a fertilizing issue or a watering issue. I don't know, but there's a couple leaves that are looking like that. So I decided to move her out of the south facing windows. This is a west facing window, so she is receiving late afternoon light. So hopefully she starts doing better. I mean, she's still growing. It's just those couple of leaves there that I don't know. If you guys have any idea what's happening here, please let me know down below. Because this is actually my favorite Hoya. I don't want that to croak at me now. All right. So before I forget, back here I have my cilantros growing. Right when I was ready to talk about my cilantros, look at the fire truck right in front. I don't know what the heck is going on. First they parked next door, and now they just went to the front of the house. I mean, to our front door's neighbor, which nobody's living there. They're remodeling the house, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, let me get out of here because you're gonna probably start looking at me. Okay, we're back in action. The fire truck left. So, like I was saying, so with my cilantro, I keep on switching him between my south facing window and the west facing window. So during the entire day, I have it in the south facing window. But when the sun starts going down, I usually move him here to the west facing window so that he can get all the sun exposure that he can. They're looking so good though. Oh, let me show you guys. Look at that. Look at those roots. I'm not sure if I should repot this. I don't think I should. Those are still little baby cilantros. But I'm very happy and excited to see that growing. Okay. My rainbow callias, as you guys can see, put 3 new flowers. She is also working on a flower there, and there. And she continues with the mess on the floor. Right now, you can see one right there. And I just swept them off. So, yeah. I don't know. So, I was actually thinking of putting this plant outside once it starts getting a little bit more warmer. Um, Temperatures in here has been between the 40s and high 50s. So yes, I think she's gonna be going outside once I start seeing those temperatures go up to the 60s, 70s. So I did move my bookshelf to this wall. I made a couple rearrangements on my plants. I don't have any plants on the middle shelf just because I want to keep that only for the books, but we'll go over the whole situation here. So the first plant here is my philodendron mame, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if this is bleaching from the sun. She did put out this new leaf, which compared to the other ones, it's like the biggest leaf that she has given me. And I'm so happy. Look at that. She's so big, cute, and pillowy. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is like the biggest leaf that it's giving me. And she's working on a new leaf right there. So I can't wait to see that one come out. Then right here, this is my pride and joy. Everyone knows that. She is working on a new leaf right here. I mentioned how I made a couple shops on this plant, and you guys are able to see the new growth point right there. That is also ready to give me a leaf. This growth point gave me this leaf, and now it's working on another one right there. And then the other one that I grew from a west stick, it's ready to drop this leaf, but it's also working on another one right there. This is my pride and joy. I just love that plant. I love everything about that plant. Now my Hoya Bertonia, she's a prolific grower. I don't have any issues with this plant. She keeps on growing and giving me new leaves all the time. Same thing with my Hoya Croniana Splash. She has tons of new growth. Oh, she is also super long. Look at this. Wow. She's getting so long. I love that plant. That's one of my favorite Hoyas as well. My Monstera Deliciosa hasn't put out any new leaves. She's still the same. She did drop a leaf and she's ready to drop another one here. But other than that, she's doing fine. Nothing to report with my Hoya. What is it? Guayerii. She hasn't given me any new growth. But on the other hand, my Begonia listada gave me this new leaf. She gave me that one, and she is currently working on another one right there. I want to get her out of the substrate because the substrate that she's on is very dense. So I want to get her in a more chunkier mix. My never plant Fittonia, she's growing, but she's slow. So I'm actually thinking of propagating this one. I want to cut, I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to propagate her. I want to bush her plant. Then right here on the bottom, this is a peperomia. I forgot the name of it. I'll leave it on the screen somewhere. But this peperomia has been, she's actually putting in the work. These two leaves are new, and so is this one. And this one over here, she has more new growth over here. She is putting in the work. One thing I like about this plant is the stem. Look at that. It's such a pretty stem. She doesn't fit there too, so I'm gonna have to take her out of there soon. All right. These two are not doing nothing. Then my begonia Brevi Hermosa is putting tons of new growth. You can see all the new leaves because they come out green. The other ones are more pinkish. Also, just want to let you guys know that all that is from the mosquito bits. I actually added it to the soil instead of following the instructions. So that was my fault. Anyways, she also has new growth coming down here. So cute. So cute. Now, below my TV, I have my two spider plants. So my begonia Miss Mommy gave me two new leaves. Very excited about that. Now, this is very exciting. So first of all, don't mind the dirty glass. I have to clean that. But remember on my tour collection how I was saying that most likely I was going to throw this out because it wasn't giving me any growth? Well, look at that. I think she heard me and she was like, no, we got to put in the work. We got to put in the work because she's going to throw us out or we're going to be dead. So look, how exciting. I just hope that those come out with a little bit more variation. Oh, by the way, I never mentioned, this is my, Epipremnum Pearls and Jade. So yes, I just hope that it comes out with a couple of variation because I actually shopped this bag because it barely had any variation. Look at that. But yes, so excited to see that. My Aglonema Picton Tricolor has been putting out new leaves constantly. You guys can see how big she's grown. And she's actually working on another one right there. My only thing with this plant is why are the leaves so long? Is this normal for them? Because I thought the way her leaves were supposed to look like this one. But this is so long. Is that normal? Or is it because she's like being exposed to a higher lighting situation? I'm not sure. Please let me know in the comments below if you know. My jewel orchid, it's also that growth point. Look at how long it is. I just can't wait to see an actual leaf coming out of there. But I bet you that the root system is looking a lot better than the time that I try to repot this. So yes, she's looking cute. She's looking cute. I don't know, like these square pots, I don't like them, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And then my Syngonian albo hasn't been doing absolutely nothing. Ooh, look at me. Anyways, so over here I ended up putting my alocasia, alocasia, what is this? My dragon's breath. And she's dropping a couple leaves. I don't think she's doing very good after I removed her from my cabinet, but she no longer fits in there. So it is what it is. She's gonna have to adjust. Anyways, she is dropping a couple leaves. She gave me this leaf, and I don't even think, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think this was in my tour collection video. I apologize for that. But yeah, she was actually in the cabinet and I took her out, and ever since then she hasn't been doing too hot. So she's ready to drop those leaves. She gave me this one. And after this one, well, this one she gave me while she was in the cabinet. I took her out because this was like touching the lights. So I took her out and then she gave me this leaf, which came out so freaking wonky. And she put out a flower. I freaking hate a location when they flower. But she gave me that flower. And so I don't know what to do with this plant. Her root system looks great though. Her root system looks really good. Like I don't have any issue with the root system. It's just her leaves that are not doing so hot. Anyways, I was trying to show you guys the root system, and this leaf just came out. So there goes another one. So my Aglonema mahasombar is actually giving me a new leaf. This is another plant that I want to transfer from the soil that she's currently in. I'm planning on doing a so yeah, like I was saying, I'm planning on doing a repot shady video, and all the ones that I'm mentioning that I want to change the substrate, I'm probably gonna have in that video. My boyfriend's pine, he keeps on saying that it's doing phenomenal, but it's really not. He's drying out. So over here I have two propagation boxes. The first box has a plant that I bought a couple of weeks ago that came not so well. I actually ended up shopping the whole plant back and I'm trying to propagate it. I'm not sure if that's gonna make it, but I also have a west stick from my tortum. My tortum unfortunately ended up completely rotting, and I had to shop the whole thing back. So it's currently trying to survive in that propagation box. And then over here, if you guys saw revamping my Raphidophora, I have all the cuttings inside this container. Now over here, this is a very exciting news as well. This is another plant that I want to pot them up together. Like they are ready for an upsize. Look at that. Look at all the roots coming out of the pot. So this is very exciting. Look at all the new growth on top. Look at all the baby leaves coming in. Oh my god, I'm very excited to see that. I'm so I'm so happy to see that. Not excited. I'm happy to see that she made it through the winter. This plant has been with me for a little bit over a year, so I'm glad to see that she made it through another winter. So I don't have anything to record with these two cacti. Now with my Christmas cactus, I ended up moving him to one of the south facing window because the substrate that he's currently on is so dense that he's taking such a long time to dry out. So this is another plant that I'm planning on having on that shady repot video. I was looking at one of the stem, the leaves. I'm not sure how to call that. But yeah, look at that. It doesn't look so good. So I'm trying to get him out of this substrate as soon as possible. It does look like he wants to bloom. Look at that. Look at the little buds. Although that is from the stem that I was telling you guys that looks kind of like it's rotting. So maybe I should change him as soon as possible. All right, I gotta get this plant down so that I can show you guys everything that's happening with this plant. Like, give me one moment. Well, it's like one moment for me, but just a couple seconds for you guys. All right, so she is putting tons of new growth. Look at that. She is so freaking bushy on the top, and I love it. I love it. The only thing that I'm not liking is that she doesn't have tons of oh my god, I can't speak. Is that she doesn't have tons of variegation. Now, I think I'm gonna have to buy another plant with higher variegation in it, but I love this plant. Regardless of it, I love this plant. She is so long now. Like that tendril is so freaking long. And she's so bushy. I'm loving her. I would love to see a little bit more variegation on this plant, but she is giving me tons and tons of new growth. So you can tell that it's spring because my plants are showing it. Now look at this baby. Oh my God, I'm very happy to report that she did give me a leaf. As you guys know, Scindapsus are a very slow grower. So she did give me a new leaf right there, and she's working on a couple ones. Look at that. So stinking cute. Now my Syngonium Randy, she keeps on giving me new growth. The only thing that I don't like is that most of her leaves are white with the minimal variegation. But I don't have an issue with this plant. Look at her. She looks so freaking cute too. Oh, you guys, I'm gonna turn around because now I'm remembering that I never talk about my Philodendron biliaceae. Biliaceae, whatever you guys want to call it. But I actually ended up moving it from the low light situation that he was on because he is a very slow grower. So he had given me this leaf when I filmed my tour collection video, and now he's giving me another leaf. Look at that, how stinking cute. And this leaf looks like it's gonna be very long, which I'm very excited to see. I can't wait for that to unfurl. Oh my goodness, how could I skip this plant when this is one of like my March standout plant? All right, let's go back. How could I forget my Billy? Okay. My what is this? Begonia palensis. Yes. So she ended up dropping a leaf, and she has another one on the way. I did also by mistake. I ended up breaking this leaf, which I'm very bummed about. But she gave me this new leaf, which is still growing. Every day I see this leaf, it's bigger by the minute. And happy to report that she's also giving me a baby right there. How freaking exciting! I'm pretty sure that she's gonna end up giving me more leaves from there because that looks like she's gonna put out another leaf. But yes, she is growing. And she's also not crisping as much as my Begonia ferox. Look at that. I actually moved my humidifier here because I think she will benefit from a higher humidity environment, which I can't provide that at the moment because I still have my heater running a couple of times a week. But she hasn't been doing so good, so I'm actually turning on the humidifier for a couple of hours here and there. I don't have the humidifier running throughout the whole thing, but yeah, she's not doing so good. She is giving me, let me just take her out of there. So she is giving me new growth. I was looking at those green things, green stuff. So I was looking at those. I don't know what is that. Are those flowers? Are those flowers? Is she gonna bloom? Please let me know down in the comments below. But she is putting out new growth. So with her, I was actually I did try setting her up on the Acrobar IKEA greenhouse, but unfortunately she doesn't fit. She's too big for it still. So yeah, she's another one that's gonna have to adjust. And I don't know. Hopefully now that we're getting into the warmer days, she's gonna be able to recuperate just a little bit more. Yeah, I just hope that she makes it because I love that plant too. All right, so now here, this is a good news, but this plant just aggravates the crap out of me. As you guys are fully aware that philodendrons tend to do the Cinderella shoe thing, whatever it's called. Well, she got this stuck leaf, which ended up breaking right there, and she is currently working on another leaf right here. This one doesn't look like it's gonna get stuck, so hopefully it comes out good. I do have a feeling that that leaf is gonna be a lot bigger than this one. Then again, she put out this leaf when she was recuperating from the major shop that I gave her after I dropped her. Well, she fell. She fell. Anyways, the whole shelf just fell. So yes, maybe that's the reason why that leaf wasn't as big as the other one. And I don't know if you guys are able to see the freaking fungus gnats. It aggravates the crap out of me too. Anyways, so this leaf got stuck too. We'll see what's gonna happen with that one. Hopefully it's not broken. I'm trying not to release it because that is how I ended up breaking this one. So I'm just letting her be. So yes, that is very common for philodendron pink princesses. Now with my white princess, I don't have that issue. I don't know if I have a good specimen, but I don't have that issue with this plant. She gave me this leaf, and now she's working on another one right there. Her baby, there's a couple plants in this pot. Her baby are freaking growing so big. And yes, she's looking nice. I'm in love with this plant. If I was to get rid of one of the princesses, it's for sure gonna be the pink one. Okay, so now this is also an exciting news. Let me just get her out of here. So ever since the beginning of this channel, I have always mentioned how this is a very slow growing plant. This plant has been in my house for months and it didn't put out new growth. Well, I have to inform you guys that she did give me new growth. Look at that. Look at that. How stinking cute. So she is giving me those two green leaves. She also put out all those white ones, which I know is not good. They're gonna end up dying. She gave me those two. But I don't know how I'm gonna be able to show you guys, but there's more leaves. Like down there growing. I don't know if you guys are able to see it, but yes, she has tons and tons of new growth, which I'm very happy and excited about. But those two leaves on the top, oh my god. Oh look, she has one right there too. I didn't notice that one, but yes, she's giving me something. She's finally giving me something. Okay, so now my all green form and my undulata hasn't been doing absolutely nothing. Now with my aglonema CM, red CM, she gave me that growth point, which is ready to give me a leaf. That growth point, which is also on its way to giving me a leaf. And then there's also two more growth points right there. One on the skinny stem and then one on the bigger one. How cute, right? Now with my Syngonia Shea Pansy, well no, this is the Frosted Heart. With my Syngonia Frosted Heart, I believe she had this leaf on my, whatchamacallit, on my tour collection video. And she is unfurling this one. I saw that she was also pushing out one right there. Is it though? Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be a leaf coming out of there after this one finishes hardening off. So I'm very excited to see that. She's growing. She's growing after her repot. Now, this is not a good update on this one. This is my Manjula Potos or Epiprina Manjula. And I unfortunately have to inform you guys that these dark spots keeps on appearing on most of her leaves. Now, is this like a fungal issue? I'm not sure. Please let me know down below because look at her leaves. You can see a lot of leaves with those spots. She is putting out tons of new growth. Like you can see the difference between the new leaves and the old ones. But most of the oldest ones, they have those spots. And I'm not sure what that's about. She is also in a very dense mix. So I'm probably going to be repotting this one soon. But yeah, I don't know. Should I shop her back? My Anthurium Regal hasn't been doing absolutely nothing. But over here, I have some really nice updates. Yeah, I don't know why she's all crooked, but we're letting her be. She is growing a ton. Last time She had this leaf out, then she put out that one right there, and now she's putting out another leaf, which you do you, boo boo. If you wanna tilt to the side, it's fine. I'm not gonna mess up with you right now, but this is my exciting news. This baby right here. So when I got into orchids, I didn't know crap about orchids. My mom was the one who was actually trying to give me a little tips here and there, but unfortunately, I ended up rotting her root system. I knew that this plant was actually doing quite well because she had given me this leaf and she started pushing this one out. Not pushing, that sounds wrong, but she started giving me this leaf when I recorded my tour collection video. That leaf was on its way, I believe it was. But I was looking at it the other day and I'm happy to inform that she has such a nice, thick, big root right there. Oh my God. I'm so happy that this plant is actually putting in new roots. Now, I'm not able to see if there's any more, but just with that one alone, I'm happy. I'm so happy to see that. Yeah, this plant has some really nice blooms, so I didn't want to lose a plant. And plus I also got it because of the pot. I love purple, like purple, lavender, anything that has to do with those type of colors. That's my favorite color. So I actually got the plant because of the pot. And also her blooms are kind of purplish. So yes, now this is another exciting update. I don't know how you guys propagate senseverias. I usually propagate this plant by leaf cuttings, which is like the most common way to propagate it. I know that they do put new babies on the side, and I have to tell you guys that she finally gave me a pup. Look at that. Should I call him a pup? I don't know. That sounds weird. But she gave me a baby. How freaking cute is that? Now, this baby is actually putting in some pressure on the pot, and it feels like either the plant is going to get damaged or the pot is going to breathe. So, do you guys suggest for me to remove it? I don't know. I don't think it's ready to be removed though. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. But yes, she is doing amazing. She's giving me babies. So cute. I'm so happy to see that. Now, with this plan, I should be ashamed of myself. And I'm going to tell you why. So when I got this plant, I got it off of Palm Tree, but it's not that I bought this plant. I actually won it in one of the raffles that they always have going on. And yeah, she was a raffle winner, not a raffle. What is that? Anyways, you guys understand. And when I received this plant, she didn't come in the best conditions. As you guys can see, there's a couple leaves that melted on the way here, and there were other ones that were just not salvageable. Is that how you say it? Whatever. So I ended up shopping them back. But like you can see all the stem from the ones that I shopped. But she gave me this leaf. And as you can see, it's not as long as the other ones. But she gave me a leaf. Like she's putting in the work. Well, now she's on the way of giving me another one there. There's actually two plants in this pot. The baby plant gave me one leaf which got stuck and that's why it's broken, but she's also giving me another leaf right there. How stinking cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. She is actually winning a special place in my heart. So I was actually ready to give away this plant, but now I don't know. Like I want to see how her what her potential can actually be. And this is a oh my God, I can't speak. A philodendron red sun, just in case you're wondering. Now here, look at that baby. Oh my God, this plant. She has me in love. She keeps on putting out new growth. She is a little bit tall, and this is only one plant. So I was actually thinking of shopping and propagating. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm actually leaning towards doing that. Now, behind it, my banana tree. This is one of those plants that I'm actually ready to sell, give away. I don't even care what happens with this plant at this point. She keeps on giving me, okay, let me just, there, that's a little bit better. So she keeps on giving me this long leaf, and they kind of looks like they're furled. Look at this one. So if you was to see this plant, you will probably think that it's dry, but no, this plant never goes underwater. So I'm not even sure what the heck is wrong with her. She's aggravating me. And plus, the last two leaves that she put out has like the minimal variegation, only at the bottom. So yes, I don't think this is gonna be in my collection for that long. Although this was an expensive plant. If you know, you know. This was an expensive plant. So all right, so this is a very good and exciting news. So my philodendron glorious has given me a new leaf. It's still on its way out, but I can only imagine how big this leaf is gonna be. Look at that. Now I'm a little bit scared because the same thing happened to this leaf and it ended up breaking right there. So I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that this one doesn't break because it looks like it has potential. So that's exciting for that one. Now my cuttings for the Syngonium albo hasn't done absolutely nothing. I don't see no roots growing. I'm just letting her be. And then my Syngonium, I don't know what Syngonium is this. I think it's a pink chocolate, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Please don't quote me on that. Keeps on giving me tons of new growth. Tons and tons of new growth. So that's really good and exciting to update you guys on. Now, this is my baby, my Aglonema silver bay. So these little plants are her babies. She's giving me a leaf right there. She gave me this leaf not too long ago. And there's another one somewhere in here. Oh, this one. She just put out this leaf and this one. This one's actually from the mother plant, that leaf. How exciting, right? I can't wait to see this plant full again. This is the most exciting update that I have for you guys. So my Anthurium Magnificent hybrid, it gave me this new leaf. Yes, it is broken in a couple places, especially the edges are not looking so hot, but she is perfect in my eyes. Look at that. She is so cute. She is so big. I wasn't expecting for this leaf to be that big. Look at this. Look at this. She is huge compared to my hands. I'm gonna insert a picture. Yeah, so that you guys can actually see how big she is compared to my head. Oh my god, I just love this plant. All right. So my Anthurium regal hasn't done nothing either, but then my Anthurium Magnificent cross with a Crystallinum, or it could be vice versa, I'm not sure, has given me a new baby leaf. I'm just waiting to see how big that leaf is gonna be. I actually got a couple pots for me to pot these because I know they're root bound, especially this one. I know this one needs to be potted, but I was just waiting for that leaf. Oh my gosh, she is gonna be featured in my chatty repot. How's thinking cute? So I ended up moving my Calathea Stella, and she is currently living in a lower height situation that she was before, and she keeps on putting these darker leaves. Now I'm not sure if that has to do with the lighting, which I actually don't mind. I actually like the dark foliage over like the more variegated one. But yes, she's giving me tons of new growth, as you guys can see. She's cute. She's cute. Also, same thing with my Begonia Black Magic. She keeps on giving me new growth. You can see the new growth right there. She also gave me this stem on the back. Look at that. So freaking cute. This is one that I was actually thinking of propagating it, but she doesn't need it. She obviously doesn't need it. If I do shop this plant back, I'm just gonna give away the propagations to probably my mother-in-law. But she's so cute, right? Also I want to get her in a tray list because I currently have a stake right here, one of those acrylic stakes, and it's just not holding her, and I would like for her to like hold just a little bit closer to the other ones. But yes, she's looking cute. Now, ouch, I just hit myself with the table. Now my pearls and jade, ouch. All right, my pearls and jade. My protein jade has been growing a ton. I don't know if you guys are able to see this is ready to like trail down, and then the one that was already trailing down is actually like past the bottom of the pot, which is great. I love this plant. She's cute. My Philodendron micans is also growing a whole ton. I'm actually thinking of propagating this one, and not because I want to propagate it and make more babies out of it, but because I want to shop her right there just so that it starts looking full once it starts trailing down. I don't know. All right, nothing to inform with my spider plants. I don't have anything to inform here with my fern either. My crispy fern. Well, she's not doing too hot. She's one of those plants that just hasn't been doing too good. I let her dry out so much, and I'm not even sure if she's gonna recuperate. But over here with my Dieffenbachia sterling, I'm not even sure if I should say that she's looking a lot better from when she was over there, because I don't even believe that myself. Sh I will say that she's not yellowing her leaves as much as she was before, but I'm noticing that she's putting. Oh, this is a flower. This is a flower. Those are flowers. Stop it. Stop it. Look at this. It's so small compared to the other leaves. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this plant. I actually thought that she was. Okay, so I'm trying to show you guys, but it's really hard. Hold on. I'm like, it's really hard to do this with one hand, but all right. So I actually thought that she was putting like leaves inside leaves, but well, this leaf was inside this one. So I ended up helping it out. I removed it, but this leaf has a flower inside. That's a flower. This leaf also has a flower inside. These leaves had those flowers inside, so I'm not even sure. Look, a flower inside. This one, I don't know what the heck happened with this one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this plant. I really have no idea what's wrong with this plant. Although I will say that she did give me a mushroom. It's almost dead. They don't last that very long, according to what I was reading. But yes, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what's wrong with her. She was looking so full and lush for the longest, and then all of a sudden it's just going downhill. Yeah, so my epipernum or golden pothos, it's still growing. Her leaves are looking very shiny and cute. I don't have any issues with her. Also, up there in my acrobar, I did put my, what is that plant? Look at the weather strip. It's coming out. Um, which plant is this? My Transcatia. Oh my god, I can't think of the name. So yes, I ended up putting my Transcatia up there. She needs to come down for watering. I'm actually gonna do my watering on my vlog. Now I have my Refrigerator here. She's doing nothing except I haven't watered this plank. I'm actually thinking of going today and getting a plank because I want to change this. I know, call me crazy. Call me crazy because I just set this up like a week ago, but I don't like it. I'm not liking it. All right. So I have really good updates for my aloe vera. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys. She is dry because I actually want to repot her, get her out of this bottle. Let me see if I'm going to be able to show you guys. Can you guys see it? There's a root there. There's a root there. There's a root there. There's the root there. And know I saw, okay. There's the root right there as well. She has, like, I'm starting to see a couple roots, which I'm very happy and excited about. Yes, so I'm actually thinking of taking her out of this plastic half bottle that I could, and actually putting her in a nursery pot. I think she deserves it. I think she does. So, yes. Now, right here on this window. So, this is my son's ficus, and he hasn't been doing so hot. You can see all the spider mite damage. I did treat him for like 3 weeks straight, so I gotta do one more treatment. I haven't seen any spider mites so far, but I do want to give him another treatment and see, just to make sure, not see, just to make sure. But yes, you can see all the spider mite damage. This is my son's lime tree that hasn't put out any lime. Then over here, I have my Miranda, which keeps on putting tons and tons of new growth, as you guys can see. This is a plant that's probably going to be on my shadow repot. And then over here on top of my cabinet, that's my daughter's jade plant. And then right behind it, this is very exciting. Look at how big my bonsai has gotten. I actually got to trim him down because he's looking a little bit crazy. Okay, and right here I have my string of heart and string of turtles. My string of turtles is actually looking quite long compared to the last video, which was my plant tour collection video. And then my string of hearts, look at this. She is also quite long. So I'm actually thinking of propagating this. So if you are new to my channel, I have mentioned how I had cut back this one a couple times, but I usually never propagate the cuttings. I throw them out, which is, I know it's bad. All right, so let's get in here in the cabinet because this is where all the fun things are happening. Now let's start with my Alocasia cuprea, and she gave me this leaf. How freaking cute. She's like as big as my hand. A little bit smaller, but she's almost as big as my hand. Now, I did see that she's also working. All right, let me get her out of there. She is working on another leaf, which I don't know. That doesn't look promising. We'll see what happens. But she did put out that new leaf, which is so freaking big. My God, I can't stop staring at that plant. That was like my least favorite allocation, but now she's like, she has a special place in my heart. All right, so over here, this is a sorted pod. I have an alocasia dragon's breath right here, which is working on a leaf right there. And then right beside it, I'm not sure what plant is this. I believe that this is a silver dragon, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? And then right behind it is my Alocasia pink dragon, which is doing amazing. She recently gave me this leaf. And I don't think she's working on a new leaf just yet. Like that leaf just unfurled. But I do want to show you guys how freaking exciting. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. She is putting in corms, which is very cool and exciting to see. Although this is a baby plant that, like, this plant I grew from a corm not too long ago. But yes, she has a couple corms. Look at one right there. There's another one right there. There's also one there. Yeah, very excited to see that. Quite crazy though, because this is a baby plant. I almost knocked her over, but yes, this is a baby plant. Okay, and so down here, that's my party time plant. She's doing absolutely nothing. And then this is my alocasia. What are you? Alocasia dragon scale. She is yellowing off that leaf. but she has one. Oh my god, excuse me. Unfurling one right there, which looks a little bit wonky. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how that plan. Although now looking at this one, that one on top can be an alocasia dragon scale. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to wait and see. It's so hard to tell them apart when they're just emerging and tiny plants, but my alocasia silver dragon, it's actually giving me a leaf right there, and she is also, I'm not sure if that's gonna be a flower, but she has something going on there. I think that's gonna be a flower though. This was the latest leaf that it gave me, which compared to the other leaves has been the biggest one, and this is my mother plant. Okay, so right below it, I that's an alocasia poly that is just back to a stump, and right beside it, I don't remember what the heck was that, but yes, I don't think there's nothing alive there. Now over here, I have my alocasia mellow, which is yellowing off her leaves. Not sure what's happening with this plant, but there's two plants in this pot, and she's just back to one leaf in each plant. And I don't see any growth happening. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that plant. And then over here, is this watered? Yes, it still has water. Okay, so over here, it's my alocasia. This is not my ninja. This is the black. What is this? The black. It's something with black. I can't remember the name of it. I'll leave it somewhere in the screen. But remember how I was waiting for this plant to put out. There was one leaf that wasn't completely unfurled. Well, I think it's this one. Yeah. Well, she ended up unfurling it. But now I'm trying to wait until she puts out another leaf in each plant. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. She'll probably gonna be featured in my shoddy repot. And then right below it, this is definitely gonna be on my pot on my shoddy repot. And it's because there's like 7 plants in this pot. I wanna separate them and actually do like 2 plants in each pot. I'm trying to give a couple of these babies away just because I have my mother plant and there's like 7 or 8 plants in this pot. So yes, um, she is probably gonna be featured in my next shoddy repot. Although there's a couple leaves that are not doing quite well, so we'll see. If you like and enjoy this video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it as it helps me out with the algorithm here on YouTube. Also, if you're new to my channel, please be sure to be subscribed to my channel as I upload videos every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST time. Although I'm actually thinking of uploading videos twice a week, but I'm not sure yet. I will say that I'm still uploading videos every Sunday, so please be sure to be subscribed so that you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.